Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm here to talk about Game 4 of the American League Championship Series. The Astros win 9-2 over the Boston Red Sox. Series is back on, baby. Let's talk about it. First inning, Astros get on the board immediately. Alex Bregman, third batter in, homers up onto the green monster. Very similar home run to the one he hit back in 2017 against the Red Sox. And it's boom, 1-0 Astros. Finally, we strike first for the first time since... when was the last time we scored first before the other team? It's been a while. And you feel great. You're like, okay, maybe the offense is going to, come to play tonight. That'd be great. Then the bottom half of the first inning, a couple of questionable strike calls, allows a guy to walk, then upsets Xander Bogaerts. And boom, gone, home run. 2-1 Red Sox. And you kind of die a little inside because finally, the Astros have a great start. They get on the board. They score a home run. And then it's just immediately wiped away as soon as the bottom half of the inning comes up. It's 2-1. And you just feel so defeated. Greinke was super upset about it. And it was just gut-wrenching at that point. But game was simultaneously far from over and not that far from over. Now, before I get to the 8th and 9th inning for the Astros, which offensively were just comical, we got to talk about the bullpen tonight. Magnificent from the bullpen. Greinke went an inning and a third, and honestly, I think he kind of got a bad rap because that home run, it was, some questionable such. But the bullpen, from that point on, 7 2/3 of shutout baseball. It was a magnificent evening from the relievers. Brooks Raley, 2/3, got a strikeout. Great night from him. Christian Javier, 3 innings of shutout baseball with 3 strikeouts, a pair of walks, but I don't care. 3 strikeouts. Christian Javier was fantastic. Phil Maton with an inning of work, got a strikeout. He looked pretty darn good. Kendall Graveman went 2 wonderful innings with a pair of strikeouts, shutout baseball. And Ryan Pressly came in the 9th. Not a save situation, but, it's okay. He gave up a couple of hits. Who cares? Because he struck out the side, and the Astros get the win. Now, that was the magnificent pitching, right? And of that, Javier was magnificent. He is a massive story for the night. He is a massive part of the reason we were able to get the win tonight was him just getting 3 great innings out of him, Kendall Graveman also was magnificent. I think it was the final pitch of his night for a strikeout was just nasty, and you're like, okay, he is still elite. We still got a great reliever with him. We got hope. And then the 8th and 9th for the offensive side of the ball. Up steps Jose Altuve, launches one onto the green monster, the 21st of his career, and he passes Derek Jeter and stands alone, 3rd all-time of the all-time postseason home run leaderboard. Fastest player ever to 21 postseason home runs. Jose Altuve could very, very easily finish his career as the number 1 all-time leader for postseason home runs, and we get to watch this man play baseball. Pretty darn fun. It was funny. During the stream, someone, after Altuve, I believe, struck out earlier in the game, right? It was like, should we consider pulling or benching Altuve? And I was just like, I get why you would say that. He's been a little rough, but no, never do that. Never bench a postseason Altuve because he is always on the prowl to just launch one, and then he would there, which Jose Altuve, man, went a little bit, was quiet there for a while, but he made his, I believe, 2nd hit of this series a good one to tie it at 2. So you head to the 9th, it's tied to apiece. You have a pretty darn good part of your order due up, and you're sort of just hoping beyond hope at that point. You can somehow muster the courage to get a 1, maybe at best a 2-run lead going into the bottom half and give Ryan Pressly a save situation, and they did a little bit more than that. Correa leads out the inning with a double. Awesome, great position, right? He lined that thing. It was a missile by Correa. I believe like a 780, 790 expected batting average. He crushed the thing. Then Kyle Tucker walks up, and you think, all right, now's the time to take the lead. He strikes out. Bummer. Yuli Gurriel steps up to the plate and intentionally walked. Let's face Chas McCormick. No Aledmus Diaz, for some reason, is pinch hitting. And he strikes out. And I remember saying in the stream, I just said, guys, it's okay that Diaz struck out. At least it wasn't a double play. Now, we get to keep batting. And that was a pretty good thing. Jason Castro, who got a couple of pinch hits tonight, I believe had a walk and then also a single because, good things happen when you let a good catcher who can hit. He lines one for a single. It's 3-2 Astros, and you're pumped up. You're super ecstatic. You're like, all right, here we go. Now it's time. Now we got our run. We're pretty happy. Then Altuve draws a walk, and you're like, okay, that's great. Now we get to, continue the inning. Oh, but it's Michael Brantley's coming up. He hasn't done that much this series or really this postseason. Bam! Lines one. It's an RBI double. All 3 runs come around to score. It is 6-2 Houston, and you're like, all right, we're good. We did it. We got the offense out. We did what we needed. Alex Bregman steps up to the plate. Intentionally walk him. Jordan steps up to the plate, which, by the way, I want someone to explain to me the logic of walking Bregman to face Jordan Alvarez. Someone, please look me in the eyes, don't laugh, and explain to me that logic. And then Jordan says, that's not a very good idea because I'm Jordan Alvarez and I hit dingers, but I also didn't, hit a bloop single. He does that. It's 7-2 Houston, and you're like, wow, the Astros really have gotten, we're not done? Correa comes back up to the plate because we've batted around. Singles, 8-2 Houston. We're still not done because Tucker hits one into the shift. And because everything is coming up Astros, Tucker hits it right to Christian Arroyo. He can't quite perfectly come up with it, throws just a hair late. Tucker's safe. The 9th run of the game scores, the 7th of that inning, and all 7 score with 2 outs, which is new meaning to 2-out lightning for the Houston Astros. Oh, man. What a 9th for Houston. We head to the bottom half, up 9-2. Presley has a fine inning. It was a little unimpressive, if we're being completely honest, but, gave up a pair of hits. Who cares? Struck out the side. Astros get a massive win. And this isn't just big because you tie the series, right? 3-2 win, that's good, you tie the series. But doing it like this is just fantastic. Everything good happened tonight. You got good pitching, right? The offense scored 9 runs. And instead of scoring them early, you score them at the very end. The Red Sox are, they can just taste it, right? They can almost taste that 3-1 lead in the series. They can just, you almost can taste it. You can smell it in the air, right? You're so close to it. It's even 2-2 going into the 9th inning, right? Super close game. All you got to do, 1, 2, 3 inning, just get out of 1 inning, get 3 outs, and then you got a chance to walk it off, which you've already done a few times this season. And the Astros said, no. They just run the board up on Nathan Eovaldi, by the way, who was pitching tonight. That was a mistake. Because now, at best, he's going to pitch again tired. At worst, he's out of the series. So that horrifically backfired on Boston. And you ran the score up in the 9th. Yet they had victory in their hands, and you, at the last possible second, ripped it away. And I said after yesterday's game, I said it a few times. I was like, hey, tomorrow's game is 0-0. There's no carryover. It's a new game. And I'm going to say the same thing. Tomorrow is a new game. The Astros, just because they had a great inning tonight, does not mean they're going to automatically win tomorrow and win the series. But tying the series at 2 apiece in this fashion is fantastic. And now the hope of a city is back. Because after game 2 and 3, you kind of just lost all of your will to watch this series. It was getting to that point for me. It was just it was rough to work up any amount of excitement for this game. You're like, they're just going to give up another friggin' grand slam, aren't they? The Astros didn't do that tonight, and they power a win. And now you hope, beyond all hope, that the sleeping giant that is the Astros offense has finally, after 2 nights of being completely dormant, has woken up and is going to be an absolute juggernaut going into Game 5, which is tomorrow at 5:08 Eastern, 4:08 Central. I'll be here to stream around 5 Eastern, 4 Central, right before the game, and I'll have a recap afterwards. What an evening. What a 9th inning. Let's be honest here. What a 9th inning. best stream I've done so far with most viewership, so that was super awesome. I love chatting with everybody. It was great. Anyway, that is all I have to say for the evening. Much better than the last two videos, eh? Anyway, I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. And as always, go Astros.